doesn't matter. We're gonna edit all this shit anyway. So, I got a little numbers here, so I'm gonna just start talking here in a minute and act like we're doing stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got my awesome friend Jessica Wood here. I'm sure many of you already know her. And we wanted to talk a little bit about the market and what's going on. Obviously, she's on the lending side. She's the one you actually need to talk to before you ever talk to me.
Come get pre-approved.
Give me a call. I'm going to hook you up with her. All right? It's all good. So, we got a lot of things going in the market right now. I'm going to blast through a couple of stats, and she's going to sort of talk about what those numbers are going to mean to you a little bit, okay? So we've still got a decent amount of homes active, 730. Our inventory is relatively low, though. That's keeping the sellers having a little bit of power, so you buyers need to come in well prepared, okay? We've sold, in the last 30 days, 650 homes, so they're still moving. So, again, preparedness. I'm just going to keep repeating that. That's what is important here. Okay, we have 2.7 months of inventory. So, you buyers, that means you can actually see the home. You got more than 15 minutes. You got a half an hour. You might even get a second showing if you're lucky. All right. So, with all of that, we got a median price point in our community of, they're selling at a median of $450,000. So, what's that mean to us?
So I did a little research this morning, and the rates as of today at that purchase price, if you have a pretty good FICO score, about 740,
right,
you can look at a rate of about 6.5% across all the loan types, VA, FHA, and conventional. We're looking at a couple of points on each of those to kind of stay at that price. But I think that the market trend has been down. It does kind of roller coaster up and down, but mostly it's been on the trend of down.
Okay.
So I think that now is the perfect time to buy because we don't know what the market's going to do in the future, and might as well get in now, and when the rates drop, refinance. We're
not seeing the price drops. We still have, price drops are driven by inventory, and we still have way less supply than we have demand. Now, one of the other things that everybody seems to be talking about are buy downs. 2-1, 3-2-1, this, that, all of this stuff. And I can tell them a little bit about it, but this ain't my lane, this ain't my job. So talk to us.
So I know that the buzzword recently has been buy downs, and we're talking, like you said, about the 3-1, the 2-1, all these different types of buy downs. I'm going to mostly advise my clients on a permanent buy down. So essentially what a temporary buy down is you're paying all of that interest up front for those 2 or 3 years that you are deferring to the lower rate.
Okay.
So that first year of a 2-year buy down, of a 2-1 buy down, is going to be 2% lower. Then the next year it's going to go up 1%, and that third year you're going up to what the rates are now.
Right.
If you're going to spend that amount of money on buying your rate down, do a permanent buy down. You may not get quite as low of a rate, but the thing is that rate is going to be good for the entire 30-year term of your mortgage unless you refinance.
Okay.
So I really, there is a very specific borrower who is going to be a good candidate for that 2-1 or 3-1 buy down. But really, I advise most of my clients to do a permanent buy down.
Okay. Well, that's actually really good information because I hear this all the time, and you all see it too. You see these things coming by your reels all the time, and people are telling you this is the solution. This is the solution.
Right, and a lot of people are getting concessions, sellers' concessions, and if you're going to use those to buy your rate down, why only buy it down for a couple of years? Why not use those concessions to have a lower payment consistently for the life of your loan?
And now on that note, we're not gonna predict the future here. Okay, trust me, but the benefit, it seems, of that permanent buy down is that you don't have to predict the future then. You don't have to guess and hope that the Fed is going to lower rates and then 10-year bonds are going to change, and all the things that come into these mortgages to make these rates happen are going to change and make the rates go down.
Right,
we
exactly.
don't know this. We don't know
Exactly. And that's what I'm hoping for, honestly, for this
sure,
market.
Sure.
I really hope that rates go back down, to the low 5s, high 4s. That would be the most ideal thing that we could see. However, that could be a fairy tale, but
right. 2s
so
and 3s are gone forever, right?
Let's plan for the future of now, maybe in the next year. I don't want to plan for what if the rates go down. I want to plan for what is the market doing right now, and is now the time to buy? Absolutely. Because of the uncertainty of the future, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and again, I mean, our housing prices, we had our adjustment, and that was pretty much fall of last year, fall of 2022. Here in Colorado Springs, that was the whole adjustment. We'll see how much further it goes, but again, based off of supply and demand, based off of offers that I'm making for clients and I have coming in for clients, we're holding. We're getting, now we're not going crazy.
Yeah.
We're not skyrocketing. You're not getting 10 offers, 50,000 over asking. Now you might get 2 at asking, a little over, a little less, with some different concessions and some different workarounds to, try and fit the seller's needs. So, that's where I come in. My job is to read the minds of those sellers when I'm representing you as a buyer, so that I can help you fulfill their needs while getting you a home. All right. Jessica, anything else you want to add to this? I think this has been a great conversation.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add is that, a lot of people are concerned about is now the time to buy.
Right.
Because they're looking into the past of what that market looked like. Like you said, you're not getting offers $50,000 over. People are not coming out of pocket $10,000 to $50,000 over asking price, or having to pay for appraisal gaps. Now you have time to really find the home that is fit for your family, that fits your needs.
Yeah.
You have time to shop and find homes that don't need a ton of repairs, or if that's what you're into, you can find some to fix and flip.
Right.
There's less pressure on the buyers, and that's what I appreciate about this market now.
Opportunity for buyers has definitely increased. We are still, and I'll be clear, a seller's market, but buyers can buy with so much more good faith now, and really have confidence in their purchase. And when's the time to buy? When you're ready to buy.
Exactly.
Aria and I, you've heard us talk about it. Real estate happens when life happens. When it's time to buy for you is when you're ready, willing, and able to buy, when it's the right move for you. Now, financially, it's always a great time to buy, because things go up. Even if we're going and all of a sudden there's one of these, it always does this in the long run. You can look at the history. I don't have to show you graphs.
Which is why buying a home is always a great investment, because you know that your asset is going to appreciate in value. So why not get in when it's a little bit lower and let that appreciate, instead of waiting until it has appreciated and the values are higher. So
yeah, absolutely. You're spot on in this, and I really appreciate you sitting here with us,
thanks,
talking
Shane.
about this. I'm excited to get this information out to y'all. If you need to get a hold of me, you know what to do. Click all the things. They're all right here on my page. I'm sure Jess is going to have this out on her pages too. But
Absolutely.
Why don't you shout it out? Tell everybody how to get a hold of you. You got to give that number, don't you? These lenders, they got numbers they got to give us.
So you can reach me at 719-464-1356. Call, text anytime. I answer my phone as long as I'm awake. So I would love to chat with you and see what we can do to get your dream home into a reality.
All right. Awesome. Sounds good. We'll talk to you folks later. Click and talk to us. Get your questions answered. We can help you out. Get you in a home right now.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye.